And I guess they'll keep on making pumpkins until the last frost. But I have to cut them off over here, and I just take a chopper and cut them. But here's one. Here's one that looks like a more normal pumpkin. And boy, I'd love to pull out this weed. You know, all these weeds around here. But they'll get, when the pumpkins are over, this whole thing will get chopped. But you kind of got to leave them. And here's one here. Here's a pumpkin. That looks more like a normal pumpkin. Here's one here too. Now this one, the whole, it's a like form of hibiscus, the Florida cranberry. That whole bush fell over on top of that pumpkin, so I'll probably tie these up or stake them or something. Here's one. This one might almost be ready to pick. There's about 50 pumpkins around here. I really enjoy growing these pumpkins. I water them every day. And, you know, they do very well here when everything else is kind of, You know, these Seminole pumpkins do very well. Really enjoy growing them. You know, you don't have to do much except for water. They can live in this soil. Here's one here on this big long runner. So that's pretty worth it. But not a lot of pumpkins. I'd say maybe about 40 pumpkins. And you have to wait for a month. Here's a little one starting. That was a female flower. There's male flowers and female flowers. Here's another one here. Starting. So we'll see if they have long enough before the first frost to develop into a full pumpkin. But here's the one that was hanging from the tree. And this vine actually did get some vine borer. But I did spray it with the BT. And I try to spray as often as I can. Here's one here, pumpkin. But, yeah, I really enjoy growing these pumpkins. And I have the space to do it. And they don't need much. And they're insect resistant compared to a lot of things that I've grown or tried to grow back here. The front I can kind of keep... the other garden area and raised beds you can kind of keep an eye on better, but back here it's kind of like wilderness, and I'm not going to be walking back here and, you know, keeping an eye on everything. Here's a couple more. Now here the vines are kind of dying back, and when these stems get harder, I'm going to harvest these two pumpkins. And you do have to wait a month to eat them, and I'll probably show a baked one on my channel here when they're done. But I rearranged I dug up my sweet potatoes and only had like about 3 sweet potatoes. So here's this. Why is this? Oh, this hoses. I see why. Here, let's get this doing something here. There we go. Yeah, I want the water pouring by the palm tree. So, yeah, soaker hoses. Yeah, I think I ran over these a couple times. These got to get some repairs to them. Might have ran over them with the mower or some animal ripped a hole in them. But yeah, you know, so, and we got a couple moringa trees back here, but next year this area is just going to be like even rows, and because the banana trees don't have time for the bananas to ripen, even if they do put out bananas, you would have to have a really special variety here. Because last year I fertilized this banana tree like crazy, and it did bloom, and it was very pretty, but the bananas don't have enough season to ripen. And somebody did tell me that they put all kinds of pine straw and made a thing around the whole banana all winter long with pine straw, and then finally it had enough time to ripen. So I'm not in the mood to, you know, do that for bananas. But here's my yams, and they're actually putting out air tubers. Oop, I better plant this. It just fell right off. Apparently that's probably what they do, is they fall right off on the vines. There's air tubers, and you plant them, and you get more yams. Like, yams might actually make it through the entire winter without freezing in the ground back here, especially back here. So we're going to get, I think we might be getting rid of the banana trees because they shade everything out in that direction. And yeah, here's some more yam. And they don't produce. Like, I'm not going to have anything that, I mean, they're pretty, but they don't produce. So, alright, thanks for watching, and Seminole pumpkins. Excellent for in Florida, but they take up a lot of space. Thanks for watching.